Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big Mike here.
Terry.
Hey, it's Sunday, so it's Shout Out Sunday.
It is.
And today we have a special guest, and he is somebody that we met about
a year ago.
Last year at the 41.36 during Freedom Week weekend, and his name's Drew. You formerly known as Dutch Creek Cabin. And now he's changed it, and it's called Drew's Lens.
Yep.
And we're going to talk to him about that name change.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. And we're going to talk about the journey he's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Dutch Creek Cabin. I watched everything from last year forward and then a little bit more. But I started watching his videos from the very first one and watched forward until where they met up. So it was probably a good 110 videos straight in a row that I've been watching on Dutch Creek Cabin. Or Drew's Lens.
Drew's Lens.
I got to get used to that.
That's a new name.
It's a new name. So, hey, that's the way it goes. So he wanted to change it. He's on an adventure, and we'll have him here in the studio. So, hey, who do we got in the chat, Terry?
So we have... Who did we have?
Scroll.
We had Lori at LG.
I know, she commented.
She was in here first.
I'm on first. It sure is quiet in here.
Yeah,
that was at 1:12.
Yeah, she was way early.
Yeah.
And then we had It's All Grady.
Hey, it's all Grady.
Marcel and Denise.
Hey, somebody's here.
Who's at the door?
Well, hang on, guys. Somebody come.
Hi. Come on in.
Look what the cat drug in.
Fashionably late as usual.
That's right.
Sorry
What's
about
going on,
that.
brother?
Sorry to hold you guys up.
That's
Oh, you're good.
We started.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're
What a
good.
beautiful place you guys have.
Thanks.
Let's get you in there. So we're
Oh, I get a middle seat?
Yeah.
All right.
Seat of honor.
Center of attention.
center of attention. So, go ahead, Terry.
Oh,
We'll get to this guy in a minute.
Let's see. Who else? Oh, the chicken.
Hey, the chicken's in here.
Richard Hughes.
All right. Hey, Richard.
JB Conway.
JB. You
And-
spent a little time with JB,
Yep,
didn't you?
I sure did.
And we know that Lindsay's in here.
Yeah, she is. She's
Lindsay
been
was
waiting to come in.
very
Hi,
excited to
girlfriend.
see her. And we've got Charles of Fallen Arkansas Veterans. And who else? Oh, Jesse and Lisa.
Jesse
Might
and
want to
Lisa,
mention them
of course.
because Jesse's dropping links. I'm trying to scroll through here. Real
Jesus
quick.
is Lord's in here.
Jesus is Lord. Hello. Sir Paul Honeyman.
Sir Paul.
And
This is a good setup, man. This is you can see everything. That's nice.
let's see, who else do we have? I'm so behind always.
There's
Rebecca.
Butt Nugget.
Oh, Butt Nuggets is in here.
Rebecca.
And Brenda at Redbird Farm.
All right.
Raquel at Cottonwood Ranch. And who else? Old Man King Homestead.
Hey,
That's a new name.
that's a new name.
Thanks
Welcome.
for coming in. We got Heather Hopper
Heather Hopper.
and Lori Carp
Lori.
and the Drunken Chef Barbecue. I
Hey.
was watching some of his videos. the
Terry
other
was
day.
watching your videos, and she's going, "Oh my God!" First, she goes, "What kind of name is this for?" Then she watched it.
No, it was
She's
good.
hooked.
Yeah,
She's hooked on it.
It's awesome. I'll have to check them out.
yeah. Good food.
Don't watch him when you're hungry, because you'll go to Walmart and start purchasing stuff.
Mhm. Let's see who else. 12 Stones Ranch
Hey, 12.
and
That's Byron.
Byron. Triple Threat Firearms and Defense
Hey, Tarsha.
and Susie Jacobson.
Hello, Susie.
Charles Dolby Adventures 2.
All right.
Cool. Storms, Radios, and Cats.
All right.
And I'm kind of caught up. Maybe Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse.
Hey, Brian.
Evelyn Newman. I'm skipping people because it jumped on me apparently. So
Yeah.
sorry.
She always puts two chats up, and it
Yeah.
drives me nuts.
Drives him crazy.
So what's going on? That's YouTube and that's Streamlabs, or it's the same.
StreamYard.
It's the same one. StreamYard, yeah. It's
Yeah.
the same chat, or
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This way I can see what's happening at the
Now.
bottom, or I can stop it on one to Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's crazy.
You do the hard work, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. Anyway.
There's Homestead Family Reclaim.
All right. And
Welcome back.
Cindy Brown.
Hey, Cindy Brown.
She made it.
Where is Austin?
Where is Austin?
We got rid of him.
Yeah. He's outside doing chores. We no, they actually live pretty close to our normal meetup spot from Texas to Arkansas, and Austin's from Fort Worth, and so it was just really convenient to go ahead and meet his mom right here since we were in the area. So my mom came, and his mom, my sister, came, and my stepdad came. So we went and had lunch. And
where'd you have lunch at?
It was in Kiowa.
Kiowa.
Okay, and it was the cafe there on the corner. It's called it starts with an S. I don't remember. It was pretty good though. And
Wheelers?
no, we almost went there, but the other one was closer.
Nichols?
Nichols, yep. Nichols Cafe, yeah.
That's where we eat breakfast.
They had a good rating over there,
Yeah.
and so we just decided to try it, and it was really nice.
There you go.
Yeah. We usually go
There's
to
Austin.
we go to we go to Nichols for breakfast and usually go to
Wheelers.
Wheelers for lunch or dinner.
Yeah, Austin's my nephew. Yeah, my
Yep.
sister's kid.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be here.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
There you go. He goes,
There you
I'm in.
Now you know where Austin is.
Yeah.
See, my son's name.
There's Evelyn Newman.
Awesome.
There's Henry Leslie Vermont's in here.
All right. Cool.
Outdoor Adventures with Carrie.
Oak.
Oak's up in the house. How you doing, Carrie?
All right.
If you haven't checked out Carrie's channel, it formerly, man, everybody's changing their names, aren't they? Carrie, and she changed it to Outdoor Adventures with Carrie.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there's a change on that. So check her out.
Hello, Jackie Sailor.
Hey, Jackie Sailor. So let's get to the heart of this matter.
All right.
Everybody wants to know, why did we go from Dutch Creek Cabin to Drew's Lens?
Yeah. Well, I bought 2 acres with a little cabin in Arkansas, and I thought that I was gonna make a lot of videos about my cabin. That was originally the plan. So I made a couple here and there, but then I just started doing other stuff. And anyway, it turned out I didn't make any cabin videos after a while, so it really didn't make sense. It was a bummer because a lot of people already knew me as that, but then I think it's been successful changing the name to Drew's Lens. And Drew's Lens is obviously, my name's Drew, and I just kind of through my lens, through my perspective, is the idea behind it. So yeah, I still have my cabin and everything, but I just changed my name.
I think one of the things that I noticed, that my thoughts were as a viewer, and I've been viewing a lot. You've been reading the comments?
I haven't. I was up editing this morning at 4:20, and you're commenting this morning at 4 o'clock.
I was
he
on
was
there
up at
3:30.
Yeah, he's been grinding.
I said, man, I got to get these videos down. But having that name for your channel doesn't, what's the word I want to use? Center you in one genre. It's whatever you see through the lens of your camera is going to go on your channel. And that's what you've been doing anyway.
That's right.
Yeah. Whether it's, dude, this guy can eat some sandwiches. I have never seen anybody eat that many sandwiches in my life.
I don't know, but I want to know where he was getting those $2 roast beef.
Well, it went up 50 cents.
Yeah. I heard they went up even more since then.
Oh,
wow.
Even if it was $5,
It would be worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes a sandwich better if someone else makes it for you, but that's free.
Yeah. So, and it had to be hard for you to, I mean, it's something that was on your top 3 bucket list. And on your top 3 bucket list, it was going cross country to Washington State, visiting YouTube channels all along the way. It's about a 6,000 something mile journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the second one was to build your own home on your own land, about 20 to 40 acres. See,
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Yeah.
Okay. And your number 1 was to have the experience of being a father.
Yeah.
That's the number 1 thing on your bucket list. And to me, when I read that when I watch that, and I'm going, well, man, I'm 61 years old. And for a guy of your years, I don't know how old you are, 32, to say that is on my number one priority, that says a lot about you as a human being.
Thank you, man.
I mean, number one, you live out in the woods. Trust me, you're roughing it compared to the way we live here.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you're a grease monkey.
Yeah.
You can fix just about or figure something out. I watched you working over at Butt Nuggets. Remember when they had the fire?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you, Butt Nugget. And just the way you figured things out, get it done, fix it, and let's move on to the next task.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I want to say about you personally as a man, as a human being, is the time you donate to your community, to fellow YouTubers, homesteads, farms, and stuff like that. You come a running when the call comes. Hell, you're a volunteer fireman.
Yeah.
The guy's doing it all. So if you're not watching Drew's Lens, and if you don't know who he is, I mean, like I say, a lot of times you're living in a cave somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But we met you at the 41.36 last year at Freedom Weekend.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, great guy. And the things you and Bobblehead do together, one of the last videos I watched was Bobblehead cussing at his chickens. I want to get a damn net. But yeah, and you got to watch it. It's very comical sometimes. But I'm telling you, you've got a good channel. And I think that you visiting all these YouTubers and you're filming them and doing all this stuff, I think your channel is just going to blow up.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you. A lot of kind words there. Yeah, I'm going to try to break down some of that. Butt Nuggets are some good friends of ours, Brett and Deborah. They're actually the ones that gave me the Volkswagen. Now,
yeah.
The deal was kind of, they said, hey, I knew that I wanted, they knew that I wanted a Volkswagen, and they had one. They were actually just some subscribers. And they got a hold of me and they said, we need a truck. We don't care what truck it is. We just need a truck, and you need this Volkswagen. So let's do a trade. And I bought Jeff from Homestead's truck actually, and gave it to them. And I mean, it wasn't much money. Let's just say that. I mean, either way, they gave me the Volkswagen. I mean, they just gave it to me. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shortly after, or maybe a year or so later, obviously they became good friends of ours and stuff. Shortly after that, on Thanksgiving, the morning after Thanksgiving, they woke up around 9 a.m., 8 a.m. or something like that, and their house was on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the keys for the vehicles were inside. Of course, they grabbed their animals and grabbed their family and got out. That's what you do, right? And unfortunately, all the keys for the vehicles were inside, and all their vehicles burnt up. They lost 3 vehicles plus their home. And yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty hard for me to see a friend, someone I care about, go through that. And I've never been through it myself, but I laid there and imagined how traumatic it would be to lose everything I ever care about. And, wake up and you don't have, a toothbrush and stuff. So I took a couple days and I said, I'm going to get rid of this mess for them, because they wanted to stay on the property because they still had 40 or 50 animals there. So they couldn't just run off and go stay in a hotel. They had to wake up and look at it every single morning. And I wanted that to be done as quick as possible, So Lindsay did a lot of hard work too. She was over there helping me, and a bunch of the community pitched in. People were bringing backhoes, and Arkansas Micro Farm came from like 3 hours south Arkansas to help and brought power equipment. And I mean, it was a rough 2 weeks for them, I'm sure, but within 2 weeks we pretty much had it cleaned up, and at least somewhat of a clean slate that they could start their lives over. And honestly, they're still struggling, but their hopes are high and they're coming along. They're looking for work and stuff. They were living in Florida, and they retired and moved here, bought land and everything, and then it just kind of went. So
Also, Dogman stepped up.
Yep. Dogman donated a fifth wheel for them, and we got a farmer that I used to work for. I knew he had a fifth wheel hook up in the back of his truck, and he was pretty much the only one I knew. We were about to buy a fifth wheel and just mount it on a truck, and then I called him. I said, "Hey, buddy, I need a favor," and he didn't let us pay him or anything. He donated his time, pulled that fifth wheel over there. And the problem is that it was the winter time and it was really cold.
Yeah.
And so the first time it hit 20 degrees, they kind of moved out of it. But now they're still using it as storage, and it's still been a huge blessing to them.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about your relationship. When you moved from Texas, right, to Arkansas, who was the first person you met in Arkansas that you consider the first friend you met?
Yeah, I got to give a little bit of a backstory on this one too. I'm sorry.
That's
right. You're good.
So
it's your hour.
when I was in Texas, I was watching a lot of the Homestead channels and stuff. I knew I wanted land, and it was a quick release for me to get there. And anyways, I was watching Jeff at Bobblehead Homestead. He was still living in Illinois, and what he was doing is he was doing feature videos where he'd say, "Hey, my name is Jeff. Well, let's tune into what happened at MT Homestead this week." And he would flash over, and then he would show, y'all got turkeys or whatever, and then say, beautiful turkeys, yada yada, and say, let's go to Pafford Homestead or whatever, So that's what he was doing, and I watched him because I could keep up with what everybody was doing and find new channels and stuff. And so then I was trying really hard to get to Arkansas, and I couldn't find land in my price, and it was hard to drive 6 hours to come look at a piece just for it not to be what So I emailed Jeff, and I said, "Man, I'm having a real hard time." And I said, I got to get out there. Like, I can't just be driving 6 hours back and forth. I said, "Can I build a yurt or something on your property? And that way I can get there now." And he didn't exactly agree, but he was open enough to talk about it. And
Sure.
said, "Let's meet." And anyways, I was planning on moving about 3 hours north of Jeff. Just so happens the property comes up. It was a good price, and I bought my cabin, and it happened to be like 20 miles from Jeff. So
Oh wow.
I get there, I get a job like day one, I get hired on at a job, but they got to run background checks and blah, blah. And it took like 3 weeks to end up actually showing up to work. So I was just tired of moving rocks at my house. And I messaged Jeff, and he said, "Come on over." And so I went and met Jeff in person and became good friends. We hung out and did a little work around his place and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you helped him move to his new place.
Yep. Yeah. Now he's living exactly my neighbor.
Oh, really?
I'm surrounded by national forests on every side except him. So
Oh, wow.
now it's just me.
Well,
and
then
him there.
you got a good neighbor, so hey.
And there's no reason for you to raise chickens.
No, I never need egg or nothing.
I was going to say real quick, Cindy said that Hot Rod PC66 said Drew mentioned he's coming through Oklahoma City. I hope we can meet for a minute or two. Emailed him his phone number.
Yeah, I love that, man. I am coming back there. I'm going to be around the Seminole, Oklahoma area. So once I get out there, I'm going to jump on 40. So if we could meet somewhere in that area, yeah, I'd love to.
You're going Amarillo and then New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably stop somewhere. Well, first off, I'm leaving here and going to Altruistic Farmstead.
Yes.
And I'm going to be with them for a couple of days.
They're in the Shawnee area.
Close to there, And I am going to buy a vehicle in the next 2 days. Which
Wait. What's up with Aunt Sheila?
No, Aunt Sheila's doing great. I'm thinking in the future, and there's a good deal here. I've actually saved it. Me and Lindsay have saved up the money for months back for this. I wanted to go pay him in person because we didn't end up getting a time to pull the vehicle home. So he was going to eventually scrap the vehicle. So I want to at least give him his money, and that way he's not sitting there on just money that he can't handle.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and he did. We were talking about Wiley.
Yep.
Yeah, because Wiley donated an SUV.
Incredible, man.
To Mama V.
Incredible, yeah.
That's what this community is all about. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's in need and everybody comes running.
Yeah.
And I know with Butt Nugget, I even seen Simply Jan. She drove down from Missouri to supervise.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some really good people in this community, and like you said, everybody pitches in. If 30 people show up to someone's house, we can get a lot done in 5 hours and still have time to hug everybody's neck and drink a cold beer.
Yeah. So. Oh, speaking of, you need something to drink?
I won't mind a beer. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you grab me one, babe?
Thank you.
So yeah,
Not a 50-year-old.
Not a 50, not a 60 or 70-year-old beer.
yeah.
It looks like I'm holding.
So
around
everybody out there that remembers us drinking that nasty Razorback beer at Shoot Dang Fest, his fault. And I've invited him into our house.
Add that to the list of bad choices. Huh?
So hey, so your relationship with SLR and Country Road Cure, it's got to be a real tight one.
It's pretty close. Yeah, I met them when I met you.
Yeah.
4th of July, actually.
Through Jeff, right?
Jeff invited me. Jeff got permission from them to invite me out, and they said, yeah, bring him out, and they became real good friends of ours. They're about 45 minutes drive. It's about probably 20 miles as a crow flies, but a lot of mountains around there, they're good friends of ours. I went and helped them a little bit on their place. Anthony has been wanting to do a collab with me. He's always saying, man, let's do a video together. And honestly, I you know how it is when you're working and everything. It's hard to make time.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to change that about my life now and have a little more time to slow down. So anyway, it's pretty good. I love those guys.
Sorry, it's one of them skinny beers. And a shout out to Cold Beer Ranch.
Hey.
There you go. Cold beer. So yeah, when I was watching your videos and everything, and
my truck is fast, isn't it?
Dude, the C10, that is an awesome. I mean, here's what I like about number one, that C10. You can actually get inside the motor into the engine well and stand in there and work on a truck. That's Nowadays, right. You can't work on a truck. Mm-hmm. And there's something about a carbureted vehicle, especially a truck. Mm-hmm. Just listening to that gas get sucked down to something special, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what the thing I liked about it is where you have an eye when you're taking pictures of your truck and the backdrops, thunderstorms, the fire truck doing the fire. You have an eye for photography.
Yeah.
And how you got that one with your truck, the storm, and the bolt of lightning. It looks like it's going through the cab of the truck. I mean, that was just absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that truck. Let's talk about the Camaro.
Yeah. That's
where are we at on that?
it runs, but I just never tagged it. I drove it to town one time to get an alignment.
Yeah.
And then the cop pulled me over on the way home and he's like, do not drive this thing again until it has tags. I said, I promise. And honestly, it's mechanically sound from front to back. It drives. Everything's great with it. I mean, it's been sitting for probably a year or two. But yeah, mechanically it's 100%. It's an inline six Camaro, which is like low grade, just straight, base model all the way. But it was my first car that I drove that I learned to work on, and I drove. It wasn't my first ever car, but it was the first car I ever cared about. And actually,
is that the car that brought you to Arkansas? Yeah,
I drove the Camaro, and my buddy drove my C10. I brought them both here. Yeah.
Okay.
It needs a lot of interior work. The seats are in pretty bad shape, and yada yada. It needs a paint job, and I love the car to death. It's not the most valuable car, but I love it to death, and I plan on doing all that work. So I just kind of, just let it sit. When you got 9 vehicles, it's a little easy to choose, but
yeah. So, what made you come up with, I'm going to travel to Washington State? And besides that, for a lot of people, just leaving everything behind and doing something, number one, it's on your bucket list. Mm-hmm. To be brave enough to say, okay, I'm leaving everything behind.
Except for the keys. Except the keys to the Camaro, apparently.
Yeah.
Lindsay said he didn't leave me the keys.
He didn't leave her the keys.
Yeah,
it can't be driven yet.
No tags. It's really nice because I can see you guys a lot and see Simple Life and all of them, But I know the subscribers would understand this too. It's like when you watch somebody every day for a year, you feel like you know.
Right.
And if they bumped into you at the store, they wouldn't know you from Adam. But you know them, and because we've brought y'all into our lives and we share our lives with people. And anyways, I'm a big YouTube watcher as well. And I've got a friend, some friends, Jen and Jay, and they're at Almost Homestead. And they live up in Washington State. And we've been watching each other's videos for 4 or 5 years. I mean, we feel like we're pretty good friends. At least I feel that way about them. And he said, every time he posts a video, it's just the most beautiful views. I mean, it's heaven where he's at. And I kept giving him a hard time. Man, you need to have me out there. You need to have me out there. He said, come on, you know. So, yeah, once it all kind of came together with the Volkswagen and everything, and I said, hey, man, I'm seriously coming. He said, all right. And then, you know, it took me a year or so longer than I was expecting. But yeah, I'm going to see them, and obviously I want to see as much of the country as I can. I've never really traveled much, but that's the reason I picked Washington as my target, was so I could go and see those
It's a beautiful state.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're almost complete with their cabin build, right?
Man, I wish Jay made more videos.
Because that's what they were doing this whole time, is building their forever home.
It's fabulous, and
with the zip line.
I give him a hard time all the time about not making more videos.
Yeah.
You know, but it is a lot of work, and if you're not getting a lot of feedback, it's like, well, I would rather just not waste the time filming and just get my house built, you know. But yeah, they have a cabin right on the river. There's like a beautiful train that drives by across the backdrop. I mean, it's like just heaven there. And anyway, they've been building a beautiful home, and I get to see all the pictures because he shares them to me on Instagram and stuff like that. But he just doesn't post a lot. So if you guys want to go to Almost Homestead, just say, make more videos, make more videos.
Yeah.
Drew said, make more videos.
I love their lives.
Yeah.
I love their lives. Are they on the Pacific Ocean side of the mountains, or on the eastern side? Do you know?
They're on the eastern side, I believe.
On the Yakima side, all that.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the area, but if Seattle's right here, they're up like about here on the map. So I mean, they're probably.
Oh, they're up north of Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, going towards almost to Canada.
Yeah, but it's it's as much east as it is up, so it's kind of at a diagonal from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Yakima Valley is beautiful.
Yeah, that's where they grow all the wine
especially
and stuff.
Well, that in the springtime too. They've got all the flower fields out there, the tulip fields.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, my son's up that way, Washington State, Montana, Idaho, and he builds barn dominiums. And right now their company's building grow barns.
Oh yeah,
that's the big thing up in the Washington State area. But so you plan on, I mean, because look, dropping everything and fulfilling your bucket list, a lot of people would never have the courage to do something like that because people are so comfortable with what they know. I mean, have you ever been to New Mexico?
I've been to New Mexico and I've been to Colorado, and that's it.
Okay.
When I go there, though, I go to one city and I go there and I drive one day on my 7-day vacation. I have to have one day to go home, so I've got 4 days to crunch everything that I do, and there's just no time to sit and relax, you know. And
so right now, you don't have a timeline.
I don't do nothing. No, I need to be back in Arkansas before it's too cold. That's my only. I don't do the cold.
Did you hear that, Lindsay? He'll be home before winter.
As far as giving everything up, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I left with not enough money. I know that it will work. I put faith in it, and I know that God's going to look over me, and I know that people are going to help me along the way. And
that's right.
I'm not asking anybody for any help, but I know it'll come, and I know that whatever you put forward in the world comes back 10 over. So I'm just gonna make it work. I took a leap of faith, and the biggest deal is I was responsible enough, luckily, to get my house paid off and everything. So no matter what, if I have to come home on a tow truck, I have a place to go when I get home, obviously. So
do you have a PayPal account?
I do have a PayPal. I haven't set it up on my new channel, so it's Dutch Creek Cabin at Gmail still.
Okay, Dutch Creek Cabin at gmail.com.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not asking for any donations.
Yeah.
If it's on someone's heart, absolutely.
But I put it out there.
There you go.
So yeah.
Cindy Brown said, ask him about his bike.
No, a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My motorcycle is a 2001 Honda Shadow. It looks like it's from the 40s because I just rusted it out and stuff like that. It was real beautiful when I got in. I stripped all the paint and made it rusty and just
That's all patinaed.
Yeah, it looks. I replaced the headlight with like a coffee can and stuff. So I mean, it looks real cool.
Does it have a tag on it?
It is tagged. Yeah. All the rest of my vehicles I can tag with classic tags.
Yeah.
And it's a one-time tag and it's done forever.
Okay.
I have to pay property taxes on it, but other than that, I'll never have to tag it again. It's about $20 in Arkansas, which is really legit.
Now, for us who are not mechanically inclined, that would be a stupid move on my part because I'd have to pay someone like you to fix it every time it broke down.
That's right.
So
They are a lot easier to work on, though. Like you mentioned, you can really get to them versus all the sensors and hood crowd.
Well, I know that on your one video, when you seen that Chevy Apache drive by, your heart just started thumping outside your chest. And I commented on that because I helped my brother-in-law, Terry. He found one in a junkyard, and he walked by it like 3 or 4 times. And he asked the guy, he goes, "What is that?" Because he goes, "It's got that funny round dome." And he goes, "Oh, that's a Chevy Apache." And he goes, "Oh." He goes, "But all the parts, all it is the body and the frame. Everybody stripped everything out." And he goes, "How much you want for it?" He goes, "I'll take $300."
Jeez.
And so he picked it up for $300, but that was back in the 80s. And he picked it up, and then he put in a 350 with a supercharger in it.
Wow,
dude, he was rolling in that, and turned it into a 4-wheel drive.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then painted it that glossy maroon.
Oh wow,
deep maroon. So yeah, it was when you said that, I go, "Oh man, I remember that truck with the running board, everything, and the wooden bed. He put a wooden bed in it." So
that's awesome. I should say one more thing about the bike. I actually tagged it right before I left, and I went and gave it to one of my buddies. He's going to be riding it this summer just to help with his gas and stuff. And the biggest deal is it was going to be sitting outside in the rain.
We know it's not Anthony.
Yeah,
Anthony's. I went out there, and his bike is still underneath the tarp.
Same spot.
Yeah,
yours is still sitting
out back out here because I may have to have surgery on both of these knees. But we'll see that later. I'll let you caress her.
I didn't see Phil's comment, but I still do watch Blue Van Man, by the way. I watch most of his videos. He's a cool guy.
Because that's all I seen in the first video. Blue Man. So that was pretty cool. So how's Lindsay taking this? I'm sure you guys talked about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be just blunt honest about how it happened. Whenever this was already in my plans, like you said, I've had this goals for a while before I met Lindsay. And as soon as our relationship started, I mentioned that this was a thing, So she was bummed to see me go. She obviously wishes that she could be with me, but I did. It wasn't a surprise. She was well aware ahead of time that this was going to be going on. So it is a bummer. I mean, it was as hard for me as it was for her. Obviously.
Well, I seen her when you were getting ready to take off to Tree Haven, which was your first stop.
Everybody go watch the video.
She was trying to get out of the camera frame. Yeah, because she looked a little sad.
Yeah,
I'll give her that.
She said it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Look at you.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough for me too, but I mean, it's 4 months. It seems like a long time, but it'll fly. At least for me.
At least you ain't going into combat, so.
No. That's honestly, that's exactly what I was thinking when I was driving away. It's like, can you imagine these women? I mean, not now, but since
time began.
Yeah, since the Civil War, really, or or more, and that it's the war takes our best men. That's the real problem with that is they take the absolute best men that a country has to offer, and most of them don't come home. At least definitely back in those days. So yeah, I'll be back. No worries. She's holding down the fort for me. And,
good.
I took one of my vehicles over there that way she could get it cleaned up and do some work on it. So.
How's her truck running?
Sheesh. I kind of got in trouble for that one.
I know there was a hoopla that the truck is running.
Yeah.
Let's hear this story.
Yeah, we put 18 months into that truck, and we got it. I mean, it's really nice. We did everything on it. And the bummer is, since I worked until the last day that I possibly could, that way I could make as much money before I took off as possible. When really I should have took off a couple weeks because I needed the extra time at home just to get stuff ready, and we were trying to cram everything. Anyways, we got the truck ready for 4th of July. It was going to be the debut. We were going to take it, and we got about 2 miles from the house, and it started cutting out a little bit and stuff. So we ended up not getting to take it to 4th of July, which was a big bummer. I went back home after 4th of July and worked on it for a day before I left, and she's been working on it at night and stuff like that, and she's got family that's willing to help her and stuff. So the truck is 99.9% done. It's having a fuel issue. It's starving for fuel. Once you really stomp on it, it's like it drains the fuel. If you let off the pedal for 10 seconds, it'll recharge it, and then you can smash on it again, but it bogs in that time. So it's a brand new carburetor, so I don't think it's that, but we've replaced. She just put all new. We had a rubber line coming from the tank. She replaced it with a hard line last night in case it was collapsing or something, Anyway, she's gonna get it going, and it's
You don't think it's something in the tank?
It's possible. The tank was really clean though.
Oh, was it?
But whenever I washed it out with water, like there was nothing in the tank. I put water in there, and when I poured out the water, it smelled like old gas. So there's still residue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still possible, but anyway, whenever I work on stuff, I like to replace one thing at a time. That way, if it fixes the problem, I know, okay, that was what fixed the problem. Well, we replaced the fuel pump, the filter, and the lines all at the same time. If it fixes it, I don't care what it was as long as it's fixed.
So let's talk about your journey. You left your place and you went up to Tree Haven to the Sweet 16. You left Sweet 16 and you went over to JB's over at 10 Keller.
Are we not giving everything away here?
He's already done it.
Well, that part.
Oh, okay. We don't have to talk.
No, you're good. I mean, if anything, that'll give us something to look forward to in the video. But I don't mind.
I'm not talking about the video. Just saying, hey, this is where they went. And then we seen you up in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going, wait a minute. And because I asked Terry, I said, well, he's going to stop by here. And he left
Monday.
back then. I said, what the hell is he doing in between? I know Sheila is slow a little bit. Remember when we went to the Okie Homesteading Expo? Yeah. Sheila was having some problems with the hills.
Hey, Country Road Curious in the house.
Hey.
His ears must have been burning.
Yeah, we're burning. We're talking about your motorcycle.
Still sitting under the tarp, not being ridden.
Yeah. But, so now you're here. Well, you were up in Tulsa. We seen you at Chrissy and Jeremy's feed store. And then from here, your state travels is what? Just your state travels.
Let me say this real quick so I don't forget to tell you. These guys, what is it, 2 hours up there to the feed store from here?
About
an hour and a half.
These guys are driving 3 hours once a month to go buy their food from another person in our YouTube community, and I think that's really special. I know how much that's costing y'all to do, and I know that y'all enjoy doing it. But thank you guys for supporting, your friends, and that's really big.
Any other way?
And she told me that y'all would come, and she told me that y'all always go up there and buy your food and stuff. But I think it's really special because I know how much of a commitment that is, just time and money and everything else to drive up there when you can get your feet around the corner for the same price.
Plus, we like to go to Sam's Club.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
And this week, we went tractor shopping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another story later on.
Yeah, where's that money at, Paul?
We need some more of that tractor.
All the headlights belong to you.
So I left out of Tree Haven's place. I went straight from home to Tree Haven's. If you guys haven't subscribed to him, great video creator.
Yes.
And a great dude. He really took care of me and my nephew, and we roughed it out there. There is a power pole, but it's pretty off grid. That style anyway. And we roughed it, but we had a great time, and he took care of us really well. So so then after that, I left and went to JB's place. I promised JB I'd go take her out in her boat. She's got a boat, and she doesn't get to go out much since.
Right. And
I promised her that, and unfortunately, we didn't get to go. But
how beautiful is 10 Keller?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the spot. Yeah, I went and spent many hours with her just hanging out, and we will take the boat out. That's still a promise. It just we couldn't really cram it into that.
Yeah.
I saw Paragon Ridge at 4th of July, and they were like, "Come out, dude! Come out, see our place." And I was gonna make it possible as long as it wasn't too far out of the way. And sure enough, it was just a quick trot down the road. So after I saw JB, I went out to their place and hung out, and then went to the next day went to the farmers market, which they have like on the first weekend of the month. And man, that place is really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, they've done a great job with it. And real clean and stuff. I know they haven't had it too long, but you can tell that they're taking really good care of it.
And that market is awesome. The things that people bring there.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was rabbits, ducks, chickens, honey. This one little girl made a bunch of earrings.
Yeah. Rabbit. I mean, they had everything there.
Leopard geckos or something. Anyway, yeah, very cool. If you guys are anywhere close to Mounds, Oklahoma, then that's a cool one. That's a cool show. And she said that there was less people there, which it was packed, but she said there was less people there than normal. Of course, it's 100 degrees outside. I don't blame them, but I could imagine in the fall that's going to be a real problem.
I think one of the draws there is like when Jason and Jared Crocker say, hey, we're going to Chrissy's animal swap or market, and then there's a lot of channels show up for that too.
That's awesome.
So so that's a good. They haven't been there since they bought the pigs, I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
They were there when Brittany and I went.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't there. Yeah, you guys drove up there.
Yeah.
Well, that was on your birthday, wasn't it? Or was that your birthday weekend? Anyway.
No.
So they're giving me a hard time because I said I was going to be posting 3 videos in a live. Can I tell that story real fast?
Yeah.
I left Tree Haven's place and I lost my laptop charger. So I had a video like 96% edited, ready to pop, and then I lost my laptop charger. So I can either re-edit the whole video for 6 hours, or I can just wait till I get my charger and do that.
What brand is it?
Samsung. It's like the littlest tiny port ever. I ordered one to Wiley's place, and it's going to be here on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I just
we got a box full of stuff like that.
So I actually used Preston, Oklahoma Adrenaline Life. I used his computer last night. I called him and said, dude, can I edit it? Please, can I edit a video so I can get it out? So I do apologize. I promise I really am going to be consistent. It's just
because he was still over on Shooting Ranch.
Yeah, it's just been a series of unfortunate events for a couple of days. Everything's just kind of the first week kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was looking to see if anybody else.
Yeah.
Linda Peterson said, take pictures and do them for sale with the date on them with your signature.
Yeah.
That actually isn't a bad idea. You can sell photos on Etsy or anywhere.
Yeah. I do actually have plans for that, and I plan on it. Mike was talking earlier about my photography, and I really like to take photos, and it's a rush when I don't know. Anyway, I get a little kick out of it, and I've never really had the time to do it. So now I'm going to make time to do that.
What brand of camera you got?
I use a Canon, and I use a pretty old Canon.
Okay.
But, they kind of still do the same job.
Yeah.
And, maybe one day if I start selling some photos and it's profitable for me, I can invest in a better camera. But
and Tree Haven gave you a lens?
Dude, it's crazy,
awesome.
man. So I asked him, he shoots with the same camera, the same brand anyway, so all of our lenses are interchangeable. Right. So I messaged him and said, hey, dude, I'm about to buy a lens. I just want to make sure you don't have one that you don't use or something. I could just buy it off you instead of, And he's like, well, I've got one. I'd rather not sell it, but you can take it with you on your trip. And I'm like, no. It'll be broke in 6 weeks. And I'm feeling that. I'm not clumsy. I don't know how I just break stuff. It's crazy. But yeah. So anyway, he shows up on the last day and just gives it to me, and wouldn't take any money for it or anything. It's the same lens I was gonna buy. It saved me about $250.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, man, I don't use it anyway. You really want it, so.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Good dude.
Wait, I'm gonna interrupt real quick. Dee Dee Clayton said that Country Road Kieran needs rabbits and they should get with butt nuggets. If they need rabbits,
I got rabbits.
We got rabbits.
I got rabbits. If I could mail them to you, I would. We got rabbits coming out of our ears. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back on track.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what is your plans? I mean, I know you have your place is already paid off. So is your plans down the road to get that 20 to 40 acres you're going to put your place up for sale, or you're going to keep it, or do you want land close or adjacent, or you want to buy more land onto your land? Because right now you got more than 40 acres because you got the whole national forest behind you.
That's right.
So is that still one of your priorities down the road?
Yeah, like I said, Jeff bought the place right next to me, but Jeff wants to be on more land too. So there's 35 acres directly across the street. The people have had financial issues here and there, and they're not exactly trying to sell it, but I think if you had the right amount of money in your hand, it would buy it.
Yeah.
You know, so I would like to get to that place. I don't know that that's my forever place either, but I'm definitely going to buy it up at my first opportunity to do it.
Oh, okay.
I really like the highway that I'm on. I like the people that live around there and stuff like that. I've got good friends there that look out for me and stuff. So I would like to stay on my highway, and anything that I can afford that comes up on my highway, I'll buy for a while, and eventually I'll end up on the right place.
Okay. Yeah, because it's we used to have a 160-acre farm back in Missouri. A lot of land is a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For two things: keeping up with everything, and then keeping people off everything.
That's right.
I think the keeping off your land is one of the hardest jobs out there, especially during hunting seasons and stuff like that. But it is, and that's why we really downsized when we came here, because we wanted enough. It's just Terrie and I. We got 3 acres, and that's more than enough for us. And when you go out there, you'll see how we're building everything like the way Koreans live. We're building up. It looks like apartment buildings out there, but for animals and stuff. But you got plans in the future for animals other than the pets?
Yeah, I would like some animals. It's just a real commitment since I've had a full-time job and do this and that.
Right.
But yeah, I would love to just slow down and be able to stay on my property a lot more and be able to care for animals. The good thing is for me that all of my friends have animals. So if I needed, the reward of having those animals, I still had it without having to take care of them at this point.
Just keep your fingers crossed. Come on. Jeff needs more roosters. More roosters.
Yeah, Jeff will give me as many chickens as I need to eat. I should say about the property thing too. Lindsay's got a really nice spot down on the river.
Oh wow!
By us, and it's 60 acres total, split between her and her brother. So that is an opportunity one day, possibly, as long as Lindsay's on her best behavior. We can maybe do something like that down there. And that'd be really special for her because it was her dad's place and stuff like that.
Yeah. So here's a question that everybody loves to answer. Are there wedding bells in your future? Got him.
Like I said, Lindsay's got to be on her best behavior.
Oh.
I'll say I'm rather fond of her. She's really good for me, and she.
You're rather fond of her.
Yeah.
Is that your way of saying it?
Yeah.
Without saying it?
That's right. She.
Lindsay, you've got to keep her.
Yeah, she.
Yeah. But nuggets. Oh my God, you asked that.
Hey, I gotta ask the hard questions.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's been very good to me, and she supports me in everything that I do, and that's really what I need is somebody that's on my team.
Yeah.
And I haven't really had that. I've had some people I really cared about, but they didn't seem to, always be on the same team as me, and it never works out that way.
All right. Hey, just make sure when the special day happens, I'm going around the whole words. The special day happens, make sure we get an invite and
absolutely
tell us where you register at. And I'm hoping it's Tractor Supply.
No, it's going to be a car part. It's going to be O'Reilly's.
O'Reilly's. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
That's
to each his own. But hey, we had to ask the hard question. You know that.
Yeah. I understand.
So anything you want to tell everybody about your channel, about your journey that you haven't told anybody?
You asked a minute ago, and I changed the subject on you, and I'm sorry, but so you were asking like, where's my route out of here? You know,
Yeah.
what am I doing? These first couple of days I've been slow because I wanted to go visit all my friends. You know, all these people that I tell, oh yeah, I'd love to come out sometime, and it's like there's not time. You know, and there's always something better to do, and you have to get done, and yada yada. So I wanted to take some time and go see all my friends around here and hug some necks, and you know, do that. And so the first couple of days has been a little slow, but I think I'm leaving Altruistic on the 13th, the evening of the 13th. And then after that, I really don't know anybody for a while. So it's going to be a little more focused on videos and having time to, you know, do all that. And anyways, I'm going straight down 40 across Amarillo. Then I'm going to start branching up through New Mexico. I'm going to Taos, New Mexico.
Yeah, Taos.
And
that's Angel Fires up in that area. Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to hit that area, and then I'm going to move up north into Colorado.
Yeah. You got people you're going to see in Colorado?
I have a buddy in Colorado Springs. He doesn't know I'm coming. He doesn't watch my YouTube or anything, so I'm just going to surprise him. But a good friend of mine from back in Texas, and
he's on vacation when he gets there.
Yeah, I was thinking, man, if I tell him ahead of time, I'd probably get more time with him. But I'd rather just walk in this place of business, and you know. So
yeah, we used to live in Pueblo, and then up in Woodland Park above Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've been through there a couple times. Like I said, it was just you got 2 days, go get, you know what I mean, and you just go there, and I didn't really get to explore much. So.
Yeah.
Garden of the Gods.
Garden of Gods. I did see that, but
Make sure
again, we
you
just
see
drove
that.
through. We didn't get to hike around or anything or stand by the rocks or none of that. You know?
Make sure you see that. What is the other one? Cave of the Winds, or what is
Cave
that?
of the Winds is cool, but
It's you got to pay to get in
Yeah.
there. Garden of the Gods,
Garden
you
of
just
the-
drive
yeah.
through there,
Mhm.
and it's some of the prettiest thing you've ever
It is
seen.
crazy beautiful.
Royal Gorge too.
In the Royal
They've got
Gorge.
the new bridge up now.
Yeah.
After that, I'll be going north. I might like hit the Estes Park area, Rocky Mountain National Park area,
Beautiful.
maybe. And then
Now don't take Aunt Sheila up the mountain on the opposite
God,
side.
no.
Aunt Sheila may die on you.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm a little anxious about all those big hills. She doesn't climb real well. The engine's in the very back. It's
Yeah.
got 60 horsepower when it's empty, and you know, so yeah, we're gonna take it easy. Like I said, the biggest deal is I don't have a huge time frame, so I can take it
Sure.
slow and, you know, not overwork her. So
Yeah, because you go to Estes Park, then you get to see the Stanley Hotel where they made, what's that movie? Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah, no.
The Shining.
The Shining.
That's the
Why?
hotel that they use in The Shining.
that's cool.
Yeah. And you'd be walking down the street and elk are walking down the sidewalks. That's how many elk they have in
It's
Estes
crazy.
Park area. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'd love to
Yeah.
photograph those guys.
And then since you'll be north of Denver then. Are you going up to Wyoming or cutting across?
Yep, I'm going Wyoming, Yellowstone. I know they just took a lot of flooding, but
I don't think you can get into the north.
out of Montana, into Montana that way.
Yeah. Well, when you go up there to Jackson Hole, and then Jackson Hole, you'll take a left. It goes past the Tetons. I think that end, because it was all flooded.
Mhm,
I mean, they're talking flooded. And you can't get in there, so you have to come in from the south into Yellowstone.
Mhm.
And
So
then
what
parts
about
of it's
going out into Montana? You think I'd have to kind of branch out to go up or something?
Well, if you go into Montana, if you go into Wyoming, you can go up, and then instead of turning to the north entrance to Yellowstone, you can keep going straight, and then it takes you up into Montana.
Okay.
So yeah,
After I leave Yellowstone, I'm going to Missoula, Montana area.
because like when you come out of the north, it's like the highway takes a little bit of Montana, and then a few miles later you're into Idaho.
Yeah.
It makes it like a loop thing, and then it goes to Pocatello and all that stuff going towards the west.
Yeah, it's all great. Said yeah. Yeah,
Well, we went
ghost tours. Ghost tours are fun.
Yeah, when we went to Korea, we had to drive that route to drop our car off in Seattle. So we wanted to go to Yellowstone, so we went to Yellowstone and everything. And then I remember all that. Idaho is beautiful.
That's what Mel was saying.
Yeah.
Mel said she was actually planning on moving to. I mean, they almost pulled the trigger on
Well,
Idaho.
Gary's from Idaho, isn't he?
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Originally.
But
Or
yeah,
his
she said
families.
they almost pulled the trigger there, and I mean, I'm glad obviously it didn't.
Yeah.
But she said it's just magnificent.
Yeah. It's overwhelming.
Lori said she'd get lost.
So yeah.
I do have a couple atlases. Lindsay bought me a 2023 atlas. Jeff gave me like his old one that he traveled the country with, and then Mama V gave me a book of like campgrounds and all the states she stayed in.
Yeah, but the roads changed since the 60s.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh no.
Who's Lori? Okay. So anybody have any questions? Any last minute questions for Drew? He's been on the road. You're probably full from eating lunch.
I am.
Yeah.
And I bought steaks for dinner, so
Nice.
So we'll eat those later on. But yeah, hey guys, if you have last minute questions, anything's on the table.
Yep, I'll answer whatever.
Whether he answers them or not, that's a whole nother question.
Yeah.
I think I asked the hardest.
That was the
question.
tough one. Yeah, that was the tough one.
There's full blown country.
I can say thank you guys, everybody that is following my journey and stuff. And I haven't been real good about commenting back on videos for probably the last 6 months to a year. I've just kind of let it go. And I guess the reason why is because if you reply to 10 of 300, it's kind of like, well, he replied to their comment, he never replies to mine. And so it's kind of like if I have 10 minutes to answer comments, I'm not even going to put a dent in it, so then I'll put it on the back burner. But I'm going to really focus on that as well as taking the time to spend with the subscribers too, the people that support me, and I don't get a whole lot of chance to talk to you guys, and I better take advantage of the little bit that I do.
So Charles says, Drew, how long will your venture take?
I'm trying to be home by Halloween. So I would like to be in Washington State by the middle of August because I know it's going to start changing pretty quickly around that time. And I'd like to be able to spend a couple weeks with Jay and Jen. And
scroll back up, Terry, to Dee Dee's last, right up there, Dee Dee Clayton. Okay. Drew, is there going to be a welcome home party?
Yeah, I'm sure Lindsay's gonna have something together. They've already been talking about it before I even left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe like a Halloween party or something. If I am home,
there you go.
I don't want to set an exact date, but that's the time I'm shooting for. I'd like to be home by Halloween, and that's usually about when it starts getting chilly around here. So as long as I'm in the South before that, it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, heck yeah, and everybody's invited. I don't,
There you go.
Visit my party, I get to invite everybody. Let's see. Somebody, Bobby said, did I bring a quarter? I did not bring my silver quarter. It's in my jar at the house. It's in my jar at the house. I'm a silver junkie. I love my silver, and I thought about bringing some coins with me, but it's better safe at the house,
Well, here's the good thing about your journey. One of the things that you're bypassing is when you get to around Kearney, Nebraska, somewhere in there, the road splits and it goes to Cheyenne. And then the one up here goes to Casper. The one that goes to Casper is like Ford, GM, Chevy graveyards.
Really?
And when you go through there, now you may want to look at that on the way back or however you're going to come back. But if you go through there, I was like this. I was going, what in the heck? I mean, what they didn't sell, they dropped out in the middle of Nebraska.
That's crazy.
And it is insane out there. We were going down one of the little town roads, and all of a sudden there's 3 fully restored SS Chevelles sitting on a street corner in front of a cafe.
That's definitely goals.
I'm just like going, are you kidding me?
Nana's Crazy Life, she said, I'm going through Colorado Springs. I am going through Colorado Springs for sure. That's where my buddy I'm going to drop in on. He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lindsay said we love the graveyards. That's right.
Yeah.
I could walk around a junkyard with no money all day long just looking at stuff.
See, I could see you and Lindsay taking a couple of week vacation and going to visit the graveyards up in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. So I guess I'll go ahead and spill the beans a little bit on the vehicle purchase. We found a 1966 Chevy school bus.
Ooh.
And it's It's the same year as my white truck, the C10, and Lindsay's truck's a 65. We know those trucks pretty well front to back. It's going to be a little heavier duty stuff on the bus. It's like a dually axle and stuff.
Sure.
It's like a 5 or 6 window school bus, like a short guy, and then maybe Lindsay can go with next time. And it should be the only car I buy on the trip. But
what kind of engine came with that?
It's a 327 with a 5-speed.
Okay, 327.
It's an awesome rig. We haven't seen it yet. We've got pictures and stuff, but like I said, they were just gonna scrap it, and Wiley was like, "Don't scrap it, we'll sell it." And then so the guy was super cool. He's like, "Look, I'm gonna get $700 for it, scrapping it, and you can just have it for that."
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean the engine's worth that.
Yeah.
So assuming the engine's good and whatnot.
Yeah.
The biggest deal is I don't have a trailer or any way to bring cars home, but also I'm fully loaded in that Volkswagen. I mean, I can barely even put a bag of chips in there.
Oh wow, we had some stuff to give.
That's okay.
What did Redbird say?
Conejos River Campground, 7 miles west of Antonio, Colorado. Great place.
Yeah.
Please remind me when I get in that area. Redbird, maybe you guys can help me. I tried to make these guys like mods during my live, but I was doing it on my phone. It wouldn't work. Can I do it outside of the live?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Can you?
You can. It's easier if you pop out a chat. Then you can do it from here.
Yeah, like you go to your regular YouTube thing, like your thing, you can pop out a chat. Other than this one,
That
then you
one
can.
was already a moderator.
Right.
So
That's why she always has that in there.
Yeah.
I think from my phone it wouldn't do it. Maybe I need to do it from my laptop.
Yeah.
But my next
That could
live
be-
I'll do from my laptop.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that'll be at
That's
least
the
I'll be able to
easiest
control it
way.
on there. Cindy Brown, I will mod you. I promise.
For Cat first says Drew is dry. I have another beer for him. I'll
They're
get
in
him
there.
one. I will get him one.
I seen another comment. Oh, the Grady's awesome people. It's all Grady. Love
all
those
Grady. It's
guys to
amazing.
death.
We were looking forward to seeing them, but we had to leave.
Man, we were so bummed to miss you guys. Obviously, I knew I was coming, but also Ridge Life, man, we missed that guy so much at the show.
Yeah.
Or at the thing. Somebody said one more thing up there.
Are you going to see Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. I do plan. I wanted to see Mount Rushmore. That was one of the main things on my list that I wanted to do. Now, kind of with my plan, I think it's about 300 miles out of my way.
Yeah.
It's feasible. I just don't want to make any promises. I do got a little bit of a trick up my sleeve because I want to see Devil's Tower too.
So when you come back down,
I'm gonna go more down the coast and then across the bottom of Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But this isn't gonna be my last trip. I want to see the rest of the state
Yeah.
you know. And now I heard that there's a junkyard.
Yeah, we went to Sheridan last year, Wyoming, and then we stopped by Devil's Tower.
Yeah, I want to see it something awful, and I got a trick in my sleeve. I'm trying to talk a buddy into going to climb it with me, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm not scared of heights either, so it would be pretty legendary for me if I did it. And I don't know. I don't want to make any promises because it's just a toss up. You know?
Yeah.
Cindy, if he's here, he's getting fed.
Yeah.
He's getting your biscuits and gravy in the morning.
That's right. Who said that?
Cindy.
Oh, yeah.
And Lori said, I see it before they change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the good thing about, there's two ways to see Rushmore. The paid, and you go in there and you get to walk down and you see the same thing. Mm-hmm. Or when you drive by the parking lot, you just slow down real quick and you look at it. It don't cost you nothing to look at it.
The road.
And the same thing with Crazy Horse.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to see. It's been in the same
state for 40 years or something.
Some 40, 50 years right now. They haven't, except for they drilled a hole through it. And I'm just like going, I went there and I just go, you pay for, there's nothing there. The most exciting thing is the museum.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jesse's telling bad dad jokes.
What did you say? Hey, Drew.
Do you know the only rock group that can't sing? Mount Rushmore.
Because they're rocks.
Yeah.
Dad joke.
Yeah, I do want to go see that. Yeah, we'll see. It's honestly quite a bit out of the way. I mean, I don't even think it'd be a gas money issue at that point. It'd just be like burning a whole day to go to that side of the state.
Yeah.
if I can talk someone into coming to climb Devil's Tower with me, then I'm going, and I'll just make my way by there too. It's pretty close, right? Devil's Tower and that. It's on that side.
It's more on the Wyoming state border side of the state, and then you'll keep going down the highway, and you'll hit Sturgis.
Yeah.
And then you got to go south of Sturgis.
Yeah.
Through Deadwood and all that to get down there.
Deadwood's pretty cool too.
Yeah, Deadwood's a cool town. Nothing like the movie part.
Yeah.
No more. It's all casinos.
All right.
What
So
else?
I was going to say Country Road Cure is going live at 3:30.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did they say they're going live?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
So, hey, guys, this is Drew from Drew's Lens. If you have not subscribed to his channel, please go over there. Hey, and start from the first video. You're going to love it. Okay? And then, no, but seriously, when I watched you at the beginning, you were just a dude with a camera.
Yeah. It's a progression.
And then that progression just kept getting better and better and better. And, you can zip by all the sandwich eating. But go check him out. Tell him we sent you over there. Give him some love. I'll come climb with you. See, look at there. And check him out, guys. Check him out.
Yeah.
You're close to 8,000.
Close to 8,000. Yeah. Mel and Gary gave me a huge boost right before 4th of July and stuff.
Yeah. Be number 8,000.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Let's see what it's at.
What's that?
Let's see what the subscribers are. Right? Let's see.
How many family members does Drew have?
Oh, no service.
Uh-oh.
What? You got to give her your.
I gotta hook you up on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I can tell you.
Oh, Redbird Farm said he is 8K.
Dang.
There you go.
You guys are awesome.
There's your logo.
Yep.
You were at 8K.
Yeah.
That's rad, dude.
There you go.
That's
Happy
awesome.
8K.
That's
Thank
awesome.
You, man. Thank you.
Crazy eights.
Yeah, I don't say I don't have it. Oh yeah, I almost got one more. I was gonna say it's only been like 3 weeks since not even that since I hit 7K. So
yeah,
I've been blessed lately, and it's just one of those things. So thank you.
And you've got 230 videos.
230. Can't believe you watched all those, man.
Dude, I'm drewed out.
Yeah, I can imagine. So I told him, I was like, you did not have to go back and watch all the videos. Please spare yourself. But no, he did. He went back and commented on everything. And I appreciate that. That's cool too.
Yeah. Cindy said, let's get him to 10K before he gets home.
That's
Share
right.
the
Hey,
videos.
go live from every state. And Lindsay says, congratulations.
Thank you, lady.
There you go. Hey, so guys, thanks for coming in. We had a great time. We're going to have dinner tonight. We got a soft bed for you to sleep in.
Heck yeah.
A hot shower for you.
Awesome.
Okay. And then Terry will pack his belly in the morning with some biscuits and gravy and eggs and all kinds of stuff. She makes her gravy. She makes bacon. Then she makes sausage. And she uses both of those to make gravy.
Heck yeah.
I'm
ready.
Insane.
I don't remember who y'all was feeding, but I seen those biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that was Jess.
Yes, get me in on that. Can I come?
So, that was Jess from Tree Haven. So, hey, guys, thanks for coming in. Remember, do something nice for someone. Help somebody in need. And always, always think of that. It's because of those 3% that we get to do this. He gets to go traveling.
That's right.
And fulfill his bucket list. So, hey, until the next video, we love you guys. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I'm over here. All right.
So now we can drink beer.
Heck yeah. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.